35. 32 and a half now, 35. Anybody want in at 35?
I try to engage clients and get involved early on.
He needs a little help. Tell him 1 or 3.
If we can start the day after your event, at that point we're already starting to find ways to engage or thank the donors that just gave.
1,400. Sold.
And cultivate those relationships through the entire year so they'll either give more. We reach out to our sponsors and thank them for being involved, and it's more than just a thank you letter. We're getting the entire committee, the board, we're getting everybody involved with the donors and the sponsors.
14 is the Grecian stay.
And we start to do a lot of work on donor cultivation and getting the engagement of donors to continue to show up and continue to give.
Dr. Mullins.
Yes.
How you doing?
Hey, Joe. Yes,
Joe,
yes.
Joe, I'm Darren T.
Part of my role the night of is to actually walk around the Siwan auction during the reception and meet the donors.
How'd you guys get involved with CSF?
And I ask them questions and I start to build that relationship. Whether it's just that particular Siwan auction that I may encourage them to bid additional money on, or at the live auction, I have an understanding, I know why he's involved. And I can make eye contact with him during the live auction, and I can get a head nod from him a lot easier on the next bid than I can if we haven't met before.
You're going on a cruise, just like that.
A recent event that we just had.
Who wants to start this out at $500?
I had a table in the front.
Are you thinking about this?
And she looked kind of hesitant and shy. I started to have a conversation with her.
Everybody's looking at you right now.
And I said, you're at $1,200, what do you think? She said she had a limit. Another table around the other side of the room they were in, they upped the bid.
So I've got $1,400 over here to the back. Back to you.
I went back to her.
If you raise your paddle at $1,500, I promise I'll go back over and I'll ask him.
I had that personal relationship with two bidders.
$1,500, that's what you're at. She's at $1,500. Sir, I'm going to come back over here to you.
And I was really just holding a conversation between bidder 1 and bidder 2.
She's at $1,500. Can I get you in at 16? He said 16. So you know what that means, right?
And we raised the bid just in that conversation. We raised the bid almost $800.
It is sold his way at $1,800.
After I was done, I went up and I thanked her.
Because we made a lot of extra money for the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That particular bidder went up to somebody who knew me personally, and they came back and said how important it was to her that I thanked her for doing that, because she didn't win. She wasn't the ultimate bidder. She didn't get what she wanted that night, but she felt good that she helped raise the additional funds for that organization just because she was engaged and participated.
Who wants to start this out at $500?
As a benefit auctioneer specialist, you always have the next best thing for a benefit auction. So many people in smaller communities, they're going to go to 5 or 6 galas a year, some of them even more. And if it's the same auctioneer doing the same thing every time, it gets boring and it's predictable.
I hate it when I get phone calls. Hold on.
I think through my relationships as a benefit auctioneer specialist, I can offer the same crowd a different event every time I show up.
14 here now, $1,600 now, 18. $1,800, make some noise, $1,800. $1,800, anybody at 18? I got 16 in the back, 18. $1,800 right here in the front, thank you. $2,000, we're at $1,800, who's gonna get $2,000?